The sudden closure of a Gold Coast retirement home, leading to a mass evacuation of frail residents, was simply one example of widespread risks in the aged care sector, a seniors' body has argued. Earle Haven Aged Care Home unexpectedly shut on July 11 after a dispute between approved aged care provider People Care and Help Street, which was subcontracted to manage the Earle Haven Retirement Village. It led to the evacuation of 68 frail and elderly residents. In a submission to a Queensland inquiry examining the closure of Earle Haven, the Council on the Aging, COTA, Queensland, warned the case may have exposed a canary in the mine situation. Highlighting a number of risks arising through business arrangements between owners of facilities, contractors and subcontractors, the COTA submission read. It also may highlight potential areas for attention in relation to the interface between state and Commonwealth responsibilities. COTA pointed out the aged care registration process placed an onus on the organization to prove it was capable of managing an aged care facility at an acceptable standard. However, if that registered provider chooses to subcontract out its care responsibilities, the subcontractor is not required to go through the registration process. The Queensland Nurses and Midwives Union said the closure of Earle Haven highlighted the parlous state of aged care services in Australia. The union made 6 recommendations, including asking the state government to investigate its powers with a view to legislating that all Queensland residential aged care facilities must have at least one registered nurse on site 24 hours a day. It also called on the Queensland government to pursue minimum staffing requirements for nursing homes at COG. Appropriate staffing and skill mix, along with training in minimizing the impact of the behavioral and physiological symptoms of dementia, would go a long way to reducing restraint in aged care, the union's submission said. The Aged Care Royal Commission revealed concerning numbers of residents at Earle Haven were being physically and chemically restrained. About 71% of residents were being given psychotropic medication and 50% were subjected to physical restraints. Sub contractor Help Street demanded $3 million from approved aged care provider People Care the day before Earle Haven was closed following a dispute, with half to be paid by noon the next day. Earlier this month, the closure of Earle Haven was added to the scope of a Queensland inquiry, which was looking at aged care, end-of-life, palliative care and end-of-life issues. As a result, the Health Committee conducting the inquiry was given more time to report back to Parliament, with the deadline extended from November to March next year. Clem Jones Trust Chair David Muir has urged the Health Committee to still report back on euthanasia by the end of November, to provide time for a potential bill to be drafted, debated and passed via a conscience vote before the October 2020 state election. While the Health Committee may need extra time because of its workload, I worry that if it reports in March, then the government may drag its feet and take no action in this term, he said. The Earle Haven inquiry will hold public hearings on the Gold Coast on September 11 and 12,